Hello kids! For this week's activity, we are going to create and play with the pentatonic scale. So last week, we learned solfege by singing the diatonic scale. Now this was a scale that sounded just like this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Now the pentatonic scale is much different because it is only 5 different pitches, leaving out fa and ti. So this sounds like do, re, mi, sol, la, do, do, la, sol, mi, re, do. Now, in order to practice in this pentatonic scale, we're going to work specifically in do pentatonic. So the scale that starts on do as your home note. Now, in order to practice with this, we are going to create ostinatos. Now, you might ask, what is an ostinato? An ostinato is a short, repeated melodic phrase. A short, repeated melodic phrase. Now, you have a couple tools that you will use to practice and create your ostinatos. And then I added a couple of more sites for you to use for your own practice and pleasure. So to start, you will open the Melody Maker on Chrome Music Lab and begin to practice with your pentatonic scale. Now, as you may notice, this is not a pentatonic scale. This would be the scale that we sang last week. Now, in order to make this pentatonic, I would simply take out fa and ti. So this right away works as a as an ostinato. Let's take a listen. Sounds quite enjoyable, but I would like to customize this a little bit. Now I don't need to include all the pitches, but I think I might go for something like this and take out my do and la, and this is what I would get. Do, re, mi, re, sol. Do, re, mi, re, sol. Very good. And it works just as long as, again, I don't have my fa or ti notes. So now that I have a ostinato that I'm happy with, I'm going to open my Song Maker. Now, right when you open Song Maker, it will not look like this, right? But you want to start by going into your settings and changing the scale from major, which you'll find originally, to pentatonic. Okay? Once you change that to pentatonic, it will automatically allow you to create in the pentatonic scale. So I have my pentatonic little phrase, just similar to the one I had here in my Melody Maker up top. And you may notice this extra little layer here, do, sol, do, sol. This is what we call a drone, and I just added that as an extra layer in my piece. Now you can do this or choose not to, it's totally up to you. But again, just added an extra layer to my piece. So let's take a listen and see how this sounds. Do, re, mi, re, sol. Do, re, mi, re, sol. Very good. So you may notice that it does sound a little bit thicker with that drone on the bottom. So after you've created an ostinato of your choice that's in the pentatonic scale, you can share the link to it from Songmaker with me. Now, this week for both 4th and 5th grade, all you have to do is share the link. There's no hand signs required, just that you've created a short, repeated pentatonic ostinato. Now, after you've shared your link, let's take a moment to mess around with a couple of these other new sites that you can play with for homework as well. So the first of which is dot piano. So I want to just open a fresh new dot piano song, and immediately it will open up to kind of a blank screen at first, and you'll see a few of these patterns up here. Now, these just refer to the sounds that you can play with. Now, in order to create a pentatonic melody with this, you have to do a little bit of work. So you're going to start by hitting the key A, and you'll notice right away you get a tone. If you go A, S, D, F, G, H, J, K, this is your scale that we sang from last week. Now, in order to make this pentatonic, all you would do is leave out the keys F and J. Now, let's try to create that same ostinato I had from last week. Do, re, mi, re, sol. There we go. Good. Now, of course, if I want to kind of change that and listen to some other ways it could sound. And it sounds like that. Now, of course, if you think that your ostinato is super awesome, you can record this. And share the link with us all on Seesaw as well. Now, I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun with that app as well, but here is one more that you can use to create some exciting music as well. Now, this is called Plink. This allows you to collaborate with other people from around the world and create your own music. So what I recommend with this is to go right away to play now, and you'll immediately start making music with lots of other people. Now, if you choose any of these different sounds here, you will start to get different sounds for yourself. And you'll start with any line. And just by clicking your little mouse, this is how you get your sounds. Now watch this. Whoopsie daisy. Try that again. So if you go to your play now, let's try that one more time. So, do, re, mi, sol, la, do. And you have the freedom with this to choose your own different sounds. But using your mouse, you can just click on different spots to create some music. And it can sometimes be a slight challenge to create with your ostinato because you have to really move around the cursor a little bit, but it ends up being quite fun. Now, by exiting the jam, if you wanted to just create your own private pentatonic melodies, it would come up with a random nickname for you. You continue, and then you would continue again, and then you would go to your own private room. This would allow you just to create by yourself. So again, it's a little bit harder to control, but this is all in a pentatonic melody. So if I wanted to somehow bring back that pentatonic melody I did before, let's see if we can do it. Do, re, mi, re, sol. As you can tell, it is a little harder to control, but you can have some fun with this and create some pentatonic patterns. There we go. Very good. So again, have some fun with dot piano and Plink, but please be sure to share the link to your pentatonic ostinato first from Chrome Music Lab, specifically our song maker. And I very much look forward to hearing what you come up with. Have fun.